Hello students, all of you welcome in standard 6th. Today we are going to deal with subject general science. Students, now observe this slide and answer the following questions. Where do we see the birds? We see the birds in the sky. Where is the cow grazing? The cow is grazing on the land. Where do the trees and the road located? The trees and the road located on the land. Where does the river come from? The river comes from the mountain. And where do the river flow? The river flow on the land. Where is the aeroplane? The aeroplane is in the sky. Where are the fish seen? The fish are seen in the water. Students, from above activity, we come to know that some things in the picture are in water, some things are there on the land, and some things in the sky, that is in the air. So we can say that all the things on the earth are associated with air, water and land. Students, through this activity we come to know that living beings exist in all the three spheres of the earth, that is lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere, which we learnt in the standard 5th. If we collect all the land part of the earth, it forms lithosphere. If we collect all the gaseous part from the earth, it forms atmosphere. And if we collect all the water bodies from the earth, it forms hydrosphere. And living beings exist in all the three spheres of the earth. That is called biosphere. Students, do you know that all these three spheres of the earth have formed naturally? And the atmosphere, which you can see here in this slide, is the layer of the air that surrounds the earth. Students, our earth is surrounded by the layers of the atmosphere, and the surface of the earth occupies with water and land, that is hydrosphere and the lithosphere. But the much larger part of the earth is surrounded by the hydrosphere and the lithosphere. So in this slide, observe the proportion of land and water. Water occupies 71% part of the earth and land occupies 29% part of the earth. So, it proves that hydrosphere occupies much larger part than the lithosphere. Living beings exist in all the three spheres of the earth. While sustaining their life, they need some requirements, and all their requirements fulfilled by the nature, by the natural resources, and we look upon towards these natural resources as solid form, liquid form and the gaseous form. So today in this lesson we are going to learn about all these natural resources in details, that is air, water and land. Natural resources, air, water and land are the important factors which helps living beings to sustain their life on the earth. So we can say that air, water and land are the important natural resources. Now in this slide we will observe the spheres of the atmosphere, which we learned in the standard 5th. There are 5 spheres of the earth: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere or thermosphere, and the last sphere is exosphere. Students, do you know that the layers of the atmosphere surrounded with the different gases? They are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, 6 inert gases, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapor, and the dust particles. Students, before learning the proportion of various gases in the atmosphere, we will learn about inert gases. Inert means not mixing, or such gases are noble gases. They does not undergo any chemical reactions. They have their own existence in the atmosphere. They are argon, helium, neon, krypton, xenon, and radon. These 6 gases are called inert gases or noble gases. Now, let us observe the proportion of various gases in the atmosphere. Here is the first layer of the atmosphere is troposphere. Troposphere is closest to the earth and it contains about the 80% gas of the total mass of gases in the air. Now observe the third layer of the atmosphere, that is mesosphere, which is 50 km to 85 km far away from the stratosphere. In this sphere, the mass of the gases goes on decreasing. Now, fourth layer of the atmosphere is ionosphere, which is 85 km to 50 km far away from the mesosphere. In this sphere also, the mass of the gases goes on decreasing. So it means in the mesosphere and the ionosphere, the mass of the gases goes on decreasing or becoming less. In this slide, observe the last layer of the atmosphere, that is exosphere, and which is 50 km far away from the ionosphere. And in this layer, gases are not found. So students, through all these slides, we come to know that in the layers of the atmosphere, as we are going up, the proportion of gases goes vary. How the proportion of gases goes vary, let us see through one activity. Students, in this slide, we can see so many colorful balls. But as we are moving up, the number of balls are decreasing. These colorful balls are nothing but the different types of gases. In this slide, you can see more number of red balls which are present in the troposphere. These red balls represent nitrogen gas, which is 78% of the total composition of gases. Students, in this slide you can see more number of blue balls, and these blue balls represent oxygen gas, which proportion is 21% in the atmosphere. Students, here we can see green balls too. These green balls represent argon gas, which proportion is only 0.9 in the atmosphere. Students, now in this slide you can see some yellow balls which sparsely scattered. They represent carbon dioxide gas, which constituents is only 0.3% of the air. And do you know that rare inert gases like krypton, helium, xenon, etc. also present in the atmosphere? In this slide, students, you can see some violet colored balls which represent nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide gas, and along with all these gases, water vapor and dust particles also present in the atmosphere. Students, here is the figure of proportion of gases in the air. Nitrogen present 78%, oxygen present 21%, argon is present 0.9%, and other constituents of the air like inert gases, water vapor and dust particles present 0.07%, and carbon dioxide is present 0.03% in the atmosphere. Students, do you know that all these gases are useful for living beings to survive on the earth? So, in this slide, we are going to learn about the uses of all these gases. Oxygen. Oxygen is necessary for respiration for all living beings and useful for combustion, means for burning. Argon. Argon is inert gas. It is used in electric bulbs. Helium. Helium is used for obtaining low temperature and also used for generating lift in airships and in air balloons also. Neon. Neon is also inert gas which is used in decorative lights and for street lighting. Krypton. Krypton is used in fluorescent tubes. Xenon. Xenon is used in flash photography. Now, let us learn more about inert gases. Inert gases are the gases which glow because of the electricity. So, these gases are mostly used for light. Each inert gas has its unique color. For example, helium gas glows yellow, neon gas glows red or orange, and argon produces a bluish violet color. Students, always remember that in the atmosphere there is always balance between various gases and other constituents of air, which helps living beings to sustain on the earth. Atmosphere is a good filter which allows only useful light and heat to fall on the earth. Student, do you know that there is an ozone layer between troposphere and stratosphere which prevent the harmful rays from releasing the earth? All the natural phenomena takes place in the atmosphere. For example, fog, cloud, snow, storm, rain, etc. Students, do you know that human activities causes air pollution? All these pictures shown large scale emission of smoke through different agencies. These harmful smoke directly mix with the atmosphere and disturbing the balance between the constituents of air. This is called air pollution. Harmful gases are given out through combustion of fuels in vehicles and from factories. As a result, pollution is increasing day by day, and harmful substances released in air through the air pollution. Harmful gases or poisonous gases like nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and soot get mixed in the air. Soot means a deep blacky powder consisting largely of amorphous carbon produced by the incomplete burning of organic matter such as wood, coal. In this slide, you can see some pictures of soot. Now, let us learn about ozone layer. Ozone layer is the protective shell of the earth. Students, there is a ozone layer O3 between lower part of the stratosphere and upper part of the troposphere. This layer is very important for all living beings. Ozone layer absorbs ultraviolet rays coming from the sun, which are very harmful for all living beings. But nowadays, this layer is depleting day by day because of the CFC, chlorofluorocarbons, which is used in air conditioners and refrigerator. It mixes with the air, so that global warming is increasing day by day. So that according to Save the Ozone Layer, 16 September is celebrated as Ozone Protection Day all over the world. Its motto is to create awareness about ozone layer among the people. Students, do you know that in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur or Delhi, digital boards are displayed to show the air pollution of that place, and these boards are fixed at the place where the traffic is always heavy. These boards show the proportions of the various constituents of the air at that place. So, in this slide, you can see some digital boards which shows the proportion of various gases of the air, so that we can see the amount of harmful elements in the air. This is for today. Thank you.